Okay, we will start by pulling everything. Bum, 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 bum. Great. And let's go in there. And let's do day one. Okay, let's edit these. Great. And oh, there they are. Hey, why is it saying that these do? Oh, I need to be up here, and I need to delete that, and then I need to edit day one. There we go.
Yeah, that's been tripping some folks up. So if anyone's following on along with the stream, you do have to be within just the admin of code namespace so that your lib directory is underneath it.
We're gonna try out the new hover stuff today, although it is limited by some errors in the annotation checker right now, so it only works on the first line of do statement. But we'll fix that later. Okay.
That's an amazing
Um,
limitation. Yes.
it's it's a little silly. I've been working on chipping away on those weird bits. Uh, but it is really nice for everything else because you can kind of like see what's going on. Okay, so we need to, I guess, read the problem prompt. So let's get Chrome open. Do I even have Chrome? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Um, I guess I shouldn't do it as a guest because then when I submit things, they're going to be impossible to find. Let's do this one. Okay, great. So, day one. Santa's magic reindeer typically eat regular reindeer food, but they need a lot of magical energy. For that, their favorite snack is a special type of star fruit. Grows deep in the jungle. The elves brought you on their annual expedition. Okay, so standard stuff. We need to get 50 stars. Probably not going to happen, unfortunately, for reindeer, but we need to solve some puzzles. Okay, so the elves take turns writing down the number of calories contained by various meal snacks rations they brought with them, one item per line. Each elf separates their own inventory from previous elves by a blank line. For example, we've got this list. Okay, so the first elf has different items, each 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Different elf has 4,000. Different elf has 5,000, 6,000, etc. In this case, in the case that the elves get hungry and need extra snacks, they need to know which elf to ask. How many calories are carried by the elf with the most? Okay, great. So I think we just need to separate these into their different elves, and then we can, fold over them and sum them up somehow, and then we're good to go. But first, we need to, I guess, process and parse some stuff. Our resident parsing expert, Rebecca, is here.
I did just
So,
push an update to the parsing library, so this will be a we'll do it live kind
great.
of moment of
Is it in the Advent of Code lib,
no,
or
it's
do I need to
not.
add it?
It is
Okay,
not. It's
okay,
just in
we can
share.
fix that. I have not used this yet at all, so I can just go into lib and update that one. Oh, we don't even have it here. Okay, so let's pull that into lib here. So, is it realm public dot? I really like this tab.
Parsing.latest.
This tab complete is really nice. It's a little slow, but it's nice. Parsing least lib dot parsing. Great. Okay. And then I don't think Cody's here. Has anyone found a way to use the client to actually just like rather than submit the solution, just try out a solution? Is there a way to do that?
Yes. Well, it's a little janky. I wrote about this in the little feed post. You can just pipe solve to bug,
Oh,
and it'll spit out the answer to solve without actually calling the client. So,
I see. What
Almost
does
like
this
it's player
do?
wrong.
Default handler. There's API. There's solve and submit. Is there just a solve? What's this input?
oh, so the
What's
input
this
is the text representation of the input.
advent of code text? Yeah, that seems like what we want, right? We just want to build our own solver. Okay, we need a year and a day. How do we make that? Year.
Your year is already configured to be 2022.
Let's browse this thingamabob. It'd be great if UCM had a command for browsing one of your libs, which we can't do at the moment, but someday. Okay, actually, no, this will be in use in Advent of Code. Let's go. Okay. Okay, so the default handler handles Advent of Code to a bunch of other stuff. So we should, if we can figure out how to make a year, be able to. Oh, it's just constructors. Great. Okay. So I think this should work then. So Advent of Code input, day, 1, year, 2022. And then we just need to default handler this. And can you just put this around the whole do block maybe? First argument has type text, but I expected unit. Sure.
Oh,
I'm confused.
Hello.
Oh, this says it's food.
I guess I need to turn on my camera.
Yeah, we're recording this
Um,
one just as a heads up to everyone.
Can't hear you. I think my settings are wrong.
Okay. Great. Okay, so we can get the input, and then we can just call solve on it. Resume. And then solve is a to-do. Expression in red needs IO.
It's going to be provided by the client, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to submit the solution every time, so I'm just using the client to get the input and then solve and like print it. So now we should be able to just call run day01 dot part 1, and if instead of to do, let's just say we return the input, hopefully that'll do the trick. I do wish we had watch expressions that worked for IO. I think that would be nice. Oh, I need to set the Advent of Code token environment variable. Or save it to here. Okay, let's do that. Let me pull up a super secret Chrome tab and go get that. Get my Authenticator app. How's everybody doing today? Has anyone else here tried out some of these puzzles?
I've only done one.
I started on day one, and then got distracted. But,
I saw Renar's
Yeah.
been doing a bunch.
Yeah, Runar and Stu, props, massive snaps for annotating their solutions with like helpful content. Yes.
Nice. Okay. And I need, what was the environment variable it wanted? Advent of code token. Okay. Just do that. Also over here. Sorry for the super exciting stream. Sport.
I think it's good so other people will know how to do it too, because there has
Well.
been questions about it.
Except I'm doing it all off stream because it's my super secret token. There we go. Okay. I have now configured the environment variable. I just have to restart my terminal and hopefully it will be there. And let's put this up. Great. We have connected. Let's go into admin code. Great. And let's try running that again. Thank you, by the way. Encountered a bug to do. Did implement solution for day one, part one.
Oh, that was
Where
the
is it?
old.
That's the old. Oh, is
Because
it?
you
Does it
didn't
not?
add it.
Oh, I haven't. Well, I haven't saved yet. It should use the one from my Scratch file that I need to save. Yeah. There we go. Look at that beautiful, beautiful text. Debug loaded cached response. Okay, so we're getting our numbers in as a giant texty blob. That's fun. And then it's printing out this the output, which right now is just a string with a bunch of stuff in it. Rather than that, let's just make this unit and then let's assign output that, and then we can like print line it. And then everything is happy, and it will hopefully look better. Okay, cool, great. Sweet. Anyone have ideas on where to start for this one?
What's the description?
Yeah, so we went through it right before you came on stream, but basically we have these batches of numbers. Each is separated by a new line, and then we have groups that are separated by two new lines, and we need to group them up in that way so that we can do some analysis on them. So I think we probably have some sort of text.split. We do indeed. What does this look like? Takes a character and some text and returns more text. Do we have one that splits on text? I would like one that splits on text.
I don't think we do.
Okay. Paul's here. Does the patterns library allow us to do that easily?
No, not really.
That's a shame.
But I was curious to see if we could just do this with the parsing library,
Sure.
because we're gonna ultimately have to
We're
parse
gonna
each
need to.
stanza to sum it up, right?
That's well, I mean, I don't think we would need the parser for that. If we just split on double new lines, and then for each of those groups split on new lines, and then all you have left is like a text that you know is the number. In which case, you probably don't need to parse anything for this one. But
Yeah, I mean, you have to parse. I mean, ultimately, you're consuming the whole file.
Yep.
I mean, you could do sort of I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I would just try using the parsing library.
There is
Yeah,
a
okay.
sep by helper
Okay.
in the parsing library.
Oh, let me, sorry, I forgot to add you to the file, Rebecca. Let's get you in here so you can help with the parsing stuff. How do I do this again? I forget every single time.
Bottom left,
Collaborate.
there's a live share thing. It looks like
This
a
thing.
right arrow. Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. I sent it to you, Rebecca.
Okay.
Um, okay. So we should have parsing. Did I not add parsing to my lib? I did. That's lowercase. So let's say parsing. Okay. So where do we get started with all of this? Let's see the readme. Parse.run trees. And what does trees look like? So we've got a parsing dot. Was there a parse.run? Yeah.
Yeah, the first argument should be your parser, and the last argument is the body of text you'd like to parse.
Great. Okay, so let's make our elf parser. Let's just do that up here. Okay. I'm assuming this is some sort of do. And you said we have a parse.sep by sep1? Or
Yeah,
is there just a
there's
parse.sep?
sep1 expects at least there to be like one
Yeah,
thing.
which I think we do, but I also don't think we care about specifying that. And this takes two parsers. Which one is which? Let's see.
You can tell by the type.
True. And type is. Okay, so first one must be the result, and second is the separator. So we want to. Well, we have two options, right? We can either try to separate things into blocks of elves and then parse them into lists of numbers, or we can try and do it all at once. I think. Do we have a parser dot? Okay, tokens. Is this the one that we? This is from H.
Do you want like just anything or?
Well, I think I want to match on new lines. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Can I do text? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just try this. So let's try and match. Yeah, basically anything that isn't a new line. So yeah, that's anything. What would that one be called?
Oh,
If
did
I just
I
want characters.
add that? It
Parse
might have
dot
been.
many, parse dot car. Is there like a car or a token?
Did I add any car? Let's see.
We've got token. Which
Token,
oh,
I
that's
think
just-
strips new line or white space rather.
Okay.
I've got parse dot non white space, which will do, and like just any non white space character.
That sounds perfect. Okay. So let's get many non-white space. Actually, let's say some non. Oh, you've got many one. That's a better name. Okay. And then first argument. To set by has type unit, but I expected parser. Okay, so we've got to force some of these. Is that right?
Yeah.
What's the problem now? First argument has type unit, but I expected parser. What type is this? What's the difference between, how do I make a parser out of a parse ability? Or should, Should I be using parser.txt
Oh,
instead?
is it so?
I don't.
Parse
I think you
dot
just don't
set
need the
by?
do.
What
Sorry,
is?
both
Sorry.
talked at once.
Parser is Stu's library, I think.
Yeah, it's parse dot set by, not parser. Capital P.
Capital P. Okay. No.
I doubt that you need a do either, because this is already sort of set by
you-
doesn't do anything.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. Well, I'm not compiling because of print line. Why is print line complaining now? Has type either parser error instead of text. Okay, so we need to handle the parser error. Is there like a bug either something? Either to bug?
You could do to exception and have your run function just take care of it.
Either to exception. Outputs. Let's do results, set, and then have this be output. Okay. Oh, it needs to be a
Oh.
failure. Okay, how do I create a fail, or is there like just a way I can call bug on it?
You can call to abort.
Okay, what is this? Oh, now. Right, but now I need abort, and then up here I can do what? Abort to exception?
To optional.
Okay.
Oh,
We're taking
And
a tour
then-
of error types in unison.
This needs to be a do.
I
Everything
would
is
maybe just pattern match on the either and just convert left to bug.
Yeah, I think that's a better plan. Match result with left error bug error right out. Is okay, that's happy. Do I not need that anymore? Great. And
I think you want print line
notes.
out instead of
Thank you. Couldn't find anything matching step by. Step one, maybe. Okay, first argument has type list of text. Cool. What is the type of elf parser? Oh, I haven't added that to this yet. Oh, that's because it is within day one. Okay. Oh yeah, we'll use the Rebecca special here.
Yes.
I didn't do it right. There we go. Great. Okay. So we've got a delayed parse e list of text. Great. Wonderful. Okay. So now we need to check whether we did that right. Let's just go bug on it because this is how we do. Okay, we got one. We got one.
Yeah.
Okay. Many, one, non-white space. Do we just want this? No. Okay, so where are we going wrong? We're managing to parse exactly one thing.
yeah. So here's
I think we need the
here's
second
what I think is
one.
happening. It's the parse dot many it's basically like it's getting to the end of the first line and then it's
Yeah.
looking for two new lines and it's not there.
Yeah, I agree. So do we have like a fallback, like in in Haskell or whatever, I would use this guy. Do we have something like that where, like, if the first parser fails, we move on to the next one?
Yeah, there's two things that come to mind. One is the parse.or, which is just run the first one. If it fails, run the second one. Or if you want or with like backtracking, then you can use parse.atomic.
I'm trying. Oh, well, so this one's not going to work because, yeah, it will still find the two new lines at the end. Paul, you said you had an idea for this one?
I don't know. Is there like a not followed by?
Or do we need to add like do we have like a first.try or something?
There's a skip or take until. Maybe we could take all of the text until the double new line.
Okay. And then like run a separate like split on that? Is that the
Yeah,
idea?
yeah, or then parse that.
Sure. Okay, what's a car query? Is this the right
Yeah.
library? Did I do the right
It
library?
the car query is right. So
Okay.
that for that one, oh, actually, my bad. Take until won't work because it's about taking
It's
until a
characters.
set of characters, but you want a sequence
Mhm.
of things. So
Yeah. We might be able to use, yeah, or like if there is like a not followed by, that would like a look ahead or a not, but
I think we should just write not followed by.
ooh,
I know we're like doing yak shaving, but I feel like I don't know.
sorry.
Are we? I guess it depends if we're just trying to solve this as quickly as possible, or use it
Or-
as an opportunity to do yak shaving. So I guess Chris and Rebecca, it's up to y'all.
I defer to Chris as the driver.
Ba, ba, ba. Well, it depends. I'm not at all familiar with this parsing library, so I have no idea how difficult or easy it would be to add look ahead. Rebecca, do you know?
To add
Like,
look ahead, like
well, we need to, like, if we're gonna do not followed by, we need to, like, freeze the parser state or whatever, parse further, determine whether it matches, and then rewind to where we were.
I think we
Right? Or
have
like put those tokens back.
I think we have that, but okay. Let me just. I'm gonna borrow your terminal. Oh nope, can't do that. Just kidding. If you try and view parse.atomic, what shows up? So what this does is it creates a mark point in like the text stream and it says like pin me here, and then it tries the given parser. If it fails, it resets it to that mark point in the text input and calls a failure. But if it succeeds, then it lets you keep parsing the input. So I feel like this, I don't know what the concept of look ahead means kind of more
Okay.
broadly, but I feel like that kind of describes the workflow that you might want.
I think we can use this to implement it. Yes.
Okay.
So let's try that. Okay, so let's do not followed by.
Yeah.
And-
So I think atomic is not quite what you want because when atomic succeeds, it does advance the parser.
Well, but I think we can use it to fail in the success case, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But
And
anyway,
then, like, as
there's
a
another
case,
combinator
but-
that's just like look ahead, which
Is
or
that-
maybe peak. It doesn't exist yet, but it would be implemented very similar to atomic.
Yes, that's
Except
true.
it-
Like we can.
Yeah, it's like almost the same as this, but it's not going to. gonna do something slightly different.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. So let's do look ahead. And we want this to take a parser and then either, I guess, succeed or fail, and we can
I
just
think it's just,
return
it
what we
returns
parsed.
the same type. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, also you want to allow G in here.
Okay.
Um,
Since okay. So we take a parser, we try it. If it fails, then yeah, we reset, and if it succeeds, we also reset.
yeah,
Oh.
What does unmark do?
that's, yeah, you don't need to do that.
I don't need unmark if I'm resetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, reset will
Okay.
sort of pop the parse state back to
Okay.
the mark.
Okay. I'm going to add a. I'm going to put this in to do because I need to contribute this back afterwards.
Yay! Thank you.
Or utils or whatever. But for now, it can live there. Let's add everything because we've done a bunch of stuff. That's okay. I can't find my metadata. That's all right. Okay, so now we've got look ahead. So we want to now have the opposite of that, which is going to be utils dot not followed by, and this is that going to have the same type again? Just be inverted? Or should I just copy paste this and then invert it again?
That's great.
Can we? Yeah, can we check whether something succeeds or fails? Like, is there an optional?
There is an optional. Yes.
I wonder if this is a stupid idea. We're going to find out. So we could do optional parser and then match this with either none and do something or some and do something. Okay, so and let's do utils dot look ahead. And then that, okay. So if we look ahead and it is there, then we need to fail.
Okay.
How do we make an error?
Yeah, so there's a parse.error type in the library. And there's a couple of options. I think there might be like a custom error where you just plunk in a message. Yeah.
Well, we have expected,
Yeah, that
or we
one.
can do user.
Look up fail here. Didn't we write a little helper?
Oh, I think we might have.
Yeah, fail here.
Okay. So we need a position, and then we still, and that
Yes.
returns an error. Okay.
So you say fail here, expected, and then whatever text you want.
Expected? Is that a different thing? Or
It's
like
an
you're saying use that as
error dot expected.
all right. So we're saying fail here. Parse dot error, parse dot error expected, and then this takes text and the position. Oh, I see. I see how that works now. Okay. Gotcha.
This, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I guess I don't know what, like, ideally we would get the error information from this parser, but I don't think we can easily do that, right?
Mm-mm.
But we can look at that later at some point. Oh, this is Unison, not Haskell. G, look ahead. Cursor. What is missing to do?
Oh, you need to.
What's that?
I wonder if parse dot optional I didn't make capable of having G in it because it was from before.
Yeah, it was no G.
That's it.
That's
Okay.
I gotta release a new version. Gosh, I was so close to having this nice clean release of the parse library. Forgot that.
It's fine. You can just remove it from utils not followed by for now.
Remove.
Remove the
What?
G.
Oh, I see.
Don't be polymorphic in G for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, until Rebecca fixes that up.
Found optional where I expected. Okay, well, now we need. Or do I need to force this instead? I would think. Do I not want do here?
What's it saying?
I found
Yeah,
a
you
value
wanna-
of optional.
You want to force the call to parse dot optional.
Feel embarrassed by how little Unison I've actually written after working here for like a year. Couldn't find definitions, mentioned parse dot error. Do I just not need? That's a type. Not a
Yeah.
vector. Great. Okay. We have something. And everything type checks. Let's run it. Day 01, part 1. I think this is the part of the show where it parses forever. And also, we're not using this yet,
Yeah.
are we? Nope. Okay. So we need to parse this text not followed by something.
So I'd maybe just write a parser that's a single new line, like a single new line parser. It'll just be you know.
Yeah. Parse. Oh, this will be
I might.
parse dot not followed by, and then
There is a new line parser
Okay.
in the
parse.
library. Yeah.
Okay. And this needs to be. Okay. Now we are annoyed. We're expected to find unit to do the unit. I am still confused about when I need to force things.
Yeah, that's not where you want it. You want to force the call to not followed by.
Let's add this first. So single line is going to be delayed parse the, let's just say unit. Okay, and then you said I need it. Where is that?
The error message is actually pretty good if you read it.
Who has time for that? Where I expected to find unit, I found. Yeah. Do I just not need a do? Is that,
So you,
no?
I think what you want maybe is you want to try and consume the. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm messing stuff up. And then this has to be do. Is that any better? And
Fortunately not.
new line is new line delayed as well.
There we go.
Is that,
Okay.
How's it going? And so
Yeah.
rather than run, you can plug it in a watch expression. This is what I'll do sometimes when I'm trying to write little parsers. Is like, does it just spit out error message to the console this way?
Right. Okay, and this one does fail, which with a cryptic error message, but that's okay. That's what we want. And then this should succeed, but it does not. Okay.
So
Single line. It's
Oh, yeah. It's
You're
only the
doing
new
number.
line, not text. Yeah.
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 okay.
So kill that. Yeah. Kill those numbers,
Gotcha.
and then we'll try that, and that should succeed.
Yeah.
And if we have two of them, it should fail. And it does. Great.
Yay.
Oh, failed, not followed by. Great. Okay, cool.
So
Uh,
just anytime you're sequencing parsers in the do block, you generally need to force each parser
Gotcha.
sort of manually. So like all the combinators are sort of return parsers
Oh,
that
I
are
see.
delayed. But
So
then
then
if
you
you're
can have them.
sequencing, you just have to force them.
That makes sense. Okay. And so I should probably actually write this one as a do and then force this.
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah. If
will
it's only
save me.
one expression like that, then you can.
Yeah. But in theory, I might add more. Split it up. Okay. Great. So we are, well, let's try this again and just see what happens.
Do you want to use your
Probably
single
not.
line in your elf parser?
Probably do. Probably want to use that right here. Single line. Okay, you need to kill that and then try again. And it is going forever again. So let's make sure that I actually got that update. Okay.
Yeah. Also,
Let's
any
try.
sort of. Yeah. Just this is a common mistake. Is many is basically not.
Zero. Yeah.
Yeah, because many can always succeed consuming 0 characters.
Separating using that.
Yeah, it's like step 1 is like, oh, try parsing another one, and it's like, okay, great, I'll parse 0 characters. And then step 1's like, okay, do another one. Anyway,
Okay.
Hey.
I think we're close. We need to kill one of these. We need to join one of these lists. So that's set by 1, and then this many one. We can join the result.
so
of-
I actually have a suggestion, which is we should just
make a
go
single
ahead
elf.
and. Well, we can go ahead and convert to nats as we're parsing. There's really no reason to like.
True.
Build up a list of texts and then manually parse that
Yeah.
Yeah.
with something.
I
like-
believe I have a numeric parser, which is just looking for positive numbers.
Great. Okay. So if we switch, so let's pull this set by single line out into here. Force that, and then we will, instead of many non-white space, we will do many numeric.
Let me double check if numeric already does the many for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I
you're
think
right.
it'll just be numeric
Okay.
because it's not just going to parse a single
It's
digit.
not digit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haskell, megaparsec has single digit, unfortunately, but single elf.
I think there is a digit parser if you want to, but
I mean, this is nicer if we have it. I couldn't find anything matching single elf. Why not? Do I not need a let? Does it not like let?
It doesn't like let.
Okay, now we got okay, found type nat where we expected list text. And that is what we want.
Hey.
That
Okay, and
looks
the other
perfect.
thing is you can start well, each L. Wait, so this is returning. Yeah, I mean, you might as well just like compute the sum right there.
Well, actually, for
Like,
Advent of Code, you don't want to do that because part two is going to make you do something different.
oh,
You know what I mean?
I didn't know that. But
Ah,
yeah, if you wanted, you could just like you could bind ends on line 5, and then you could just say sum of ends.
Sure.
true. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, because like Advent of Code, you usually want your first solution to be like kind of general because you don't know what part two is going to be. So
Okay.
in this case, we're gonna run because I don't think it's hard to map over them and sum them individually, right? Like, can't we just do like a list dot map
Yeah.
Yeah.
over the
It's just
result?
I'm just
So
pointing out that you can have your parsers sort of compute stuff as they're
yeah,
parsing. That's always
totally,
a thing you can do. Yeah, so.
totally. Okay, so this is gonna give us this either. And then we get this result. So let's say match this with left bug and right elves, and then we can do stuff with the elves, like we can take the elves and we can map. Do we have like a sum over lists, or do we have to write that fold?
There should be a sum. It might be on gnats. Yeah.
Yeah, nat.sum. Great. So let's just map nat.sum. And then let's see if we have some sort of maximum. Actually, why am I searching there when I have autocomplete? I need to add types to this, but the autocomplete.
By the way, you don't
Might-
need to let on line 18.
Sorry, what do I not need? 18. Don't need lead. Okay. Blocks just worked on their own. Nice.
Yeah, or on line 15.
Great. Okay. Python, here we go. Okay. Expected either, but found maybe. Great. So the
It's
parser
because-
dot run returns a maybe. Yeah, right.
I think it's because maximum returns an
On the
optional.
run. Oh. That would make sense. Yes, it does, which is correct. Okay. And we can probably just force that.
Optional get or else. Add that to the end of the pipeline.
Get her else. Okay, and what type is that? Get what else?
There's
Takes-
one without the quote that just takes
Get her else 0, because who cares?
Yeah,
You know the
get her
input's not empty. Okay, could not find that one, strangely.
Oh, you have to disambiguate.
Do I? Okay.
Yeah, because
Um,
there's map.
Auto-
get or else.
Get or else. Autocomplete will do that for me.
Oh,
Oh,
autocomplete.
Yeah, see. Yeah, so if you do autocomplete or whatever, you can search for anything and it knows the minimum disambiguation, so it'll autocomplete it for you. Which is really
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. I know the LSP, I just don't know Unison. Okay, great. So now we have another either where I expected a nat. Oh, just this. Is this no longer... Okay. Now what's the problem?
I think because this is
Expected
unit.
nat and found unit. Yeah, thank you. And I think we actually need it technically to be text.
Yes.
So we'll get the biggest is there. And then
Just add
actually,
it.
no, I need solve to return it here. net dot to text. And then that should be what we need. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. And then now we can just make a like day 01 part 1 submit or something. Equals advent code dot solve. Oh, we probably still have that for day part 2. There we go. Submit solution. And solve is going to be day 01 dot. Oh no, I can't do that. I can just put this in here though. Comment out whichever one we want. Okay, submit solution, solve. Look at that. Now
Yeah,
what?
this returns unit now
did
because it's
unit.
doing the full circle.
Great. Okay, here we go. Error submitting answer. You don't seem to be solving the right level.
Oh, wait,
okay.
we're solving part
What
2.
are we supposed to do?
Because look at this. It's saying submit solution day 1, part 2, but we're in part 1. So I think we just
Oh,
make that.
thank you. I was like, did we solve? Wow, that means we got the right answer.
We're
which
too
is nice.
advanced. Yes.
There we go.
Yay.
Okay, now we can do part 2. Great. Now we'll see if my assumption is correct. Okay. So we would like to know the total calories from the top 3 elves carrying the most calories. Okay, so it actually would have been fine if we had summed this in the parser. Total. So what? We just need the max, like the top 3 max. We can just sort and then get the biggest.
Yeah.
3rd elf and the 5th elf with 1,000. Yeah. Okay. Great. So instead of maximum, well, let's copy paste like good internet citizens and paste there. Make sure I change this to part 2 before I make a stupid mistake. And bump that and bump that. That's like my favorite Vim-ism, by the way. There's a key binding that just literally finds the next number and increments it, and I use it all the time. It's so great.
Ooh, okay.
So like I can be here and I just like hit increment number and it just does it. Anyway, I digress. Okay,
Yeah, how do you do that?
Wait, I want
You have
that.
to share. I've been using Vim for like 10 years and didn't know about it.
yeah,
Control A.
it's Control A in normal mode, which is like it's a weird binding, but yeah, Control A and Control X goes up and down. And then you can also there's one that you can get. I think Control Q. Let's see if that's. Oh, no. Okay. There's a Tim Pope plugin you can get that lets you do like letters and like Roman numerals and weird stuff like that.
Dates
as
and
well.
stuff.
Oh.
Dates, and, yeah, all that useless stuff that
Cool.
I've never actually used but seems cool. Okay, so let's sort.
It's under heap.
Is there just a,
There's a heap dot sort.
wait, what? Okay.
There's one in list
Is
that
oh,
is
is
probably preferred. Yeah.
Well, we've got sort descending, which is great. If that actually does what I want. I really need to. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take some time this Friday and fix Hover, and then have it show docs because I'm very excited for that. Okay. Okay, sort descending, and then yeah. Okay, so we've already summed them. We sort them descending, and is there like a list dot take
Yeah.
3, and then we should just be able to net dot sum, and then submit. Oh, and
To text.
to text. I love like pipeline style programming is my favorite thing in the whole world, except for my mother. Part 2.
Yay!
We did it.
We did it. We fed the reindeer.
Can we, so I think like, is there some, yeah, maybe we could just look at some of the other solutions people did for part one. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I mean, was like, there was one with, well, let's just, I feel like there's some interesting,
Bernard used that bag.
Ooh.
Let's see what
I
Bernard
didn't,
did.
I
Yeah.
didn't share mine, but I parsed it into a stream lines.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Okay, so he splits on new lines and then filters out based on from text.
Oh.
Does
okay.
that on, yeah, so he splits once on empty. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Smart.
nice.
Nice. Filter map.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
This is what I would have done if we had a text.split, which took a text value. Nice. For two, I mean, well, you got fancy for part two. You wrote a function to find the top case sums in a list of lists of numbers. Okay. Did he optimize out?
As one does.
Oh, he's got hashes in here. Yeah, good
I
job,
like
Bernard.
these
This
like
is very
annotated, like breakdowns of the solution. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is
Very
beautiful.
cool. The only way it could be better is if you could write comments. Or like, well, we talked about supporting inline docs, and I think that would be also incredible for this sort of thing.
That's what I use when
actually-
I need to document stuff. I just plunk it in there.
Yeah, we just have to have Simon like render them as docs
We got
in
mine.
line.
Share.
That would be cool. But that's good. I missed you. Okay. We've got day 3. Did anyone else do day 1?
I think Stu
Gotta
did.
go back further. It's my solution to day 1.
Right there.
Yeah. Let's go check out Stu's.
I just.
You want to walk us through it?
Sure. I mean,
You can tell Stu has a large code base. I'm working on fixing that. Okay. Let's explain.
yeah. I mean, so I tokenized it into a bunch of weights and new lines, and then I used my parser library. It's a very, it's a parser combinator library. Once you have it broken down that way, it's simple to parse.
And get our bug, find the max. It's good.
I have.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So I yak shaved on my parser library and added a. Because what I wanted to do then is instead of parsing to a list of lists, I wanted to parse directly into the heap I was going to use to find the top 3. So I made a way of parsing into arbitrary monoids.
That's cool.
Yep.
Parsing.
Oh, I see.
So instead of like
So instead,
of
yeah.
many sum, I have monoid 0, monoid 1 that replace
Yeah.
many and sum, and I have a set by 1, which accumulates into a monoid instead of accumulated into a list. So then it's the same thing. I just parse into the heap and then just do a heap take 3.
Can we see heap or set by one mon like the implementation?
Yeah, I mean, heap is something I implemented. I have like a data extras library where I have a few extra data structures that I implemented. If you, if you want to look, Chris, can you go to my namespace? Look, so go down, like, click on the advent. Yeah, click there, and then can you click a little bit? Oh, you can't see far enough over to click.
Go up.
There we go. Projects.
There's a handy up button, by the way.
Oh.
Data extra. Oh, I didn't know that. Can you just go into data extra? Main.
Data.
So this is just a bunch of random data structures. Bankers is a double-ended queue. Diet is a way of storing ranges. There's a graph, which is like a port of the Haskell FGL library. There's a heap. There's a semaphore. There's an object
That's very
pool.
cool.
There's just a bunch of things I've thrown together. They're-
I wonder, well, Renar was talking about doing like a tree zipper. Could you use Graph for that? Can you edit
Yes.
it, or is it immutable once you make it?
It's immutable once you make it.
Yeah, okay. But you could construct the graph from, parse the pieces and then construct the graph and then crawl it if you wanted. Very
And
cool.
do things like calculate what is the subgraphs if I remove an edge or remove a node and stuff like that.
Nice.
Partition graphs. Check for
It's a very
cycles.
cool library.
Yep.
Awesome.
Anyway, that's a digression.
Okay, well, first thing, before we even think about looking at number 2, I need to clean this up because I accidentally forgot to scope some things. We need to add that namespace block primitive because I keep putting things in the wrong spot. So I need to, well, let's update everything. Then let's do this. Then let's move term submit solution to day 1. And let's move term. Is that it? But I had something else. Did single line? Where's single line? Did that not get added? Am I blind or am I not seeing that in the LS? Oh, here it is. That's a bug. What?
Yeah, I saw the same thing, so you're not alone in missing that.
That's strange. That's very strange. Okay. Let's move single line and to day 1. Single line. This is a painful process.
I second that.
We-
I would love a move that's just like take the name, but move it into a different
Yeah.
namespace, but keep the name.
Yeah, do like Unix move where you can specify as many things as you want, and then the last one is where to move them into, or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or support some sort of wildcard thing. I'm not sure.
Or
Anyway,
how about doing more than one thing at once?
yeah,
delete a-
exactly. Yeah, for delete and stuff.
Oh, yeah, for delete, that'd be super
Should
nice.
definitely do. That'd be so easy to add too, I think.
Should I add a feature request in the GitHub?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do that.
Sure can. Yeah. Or if you're ever bored one day, I can show you how to implement it.
I would love that. I would love to learn the Haskell so I can do, Ethereum coin mining or whatever it is
Of
people
course.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, Cardano. But yeah, we can definitely. That'd be a pretty easy one to pick up. So
Okay, I'm gonna add
do that. And go.
good first issue feature request.
This one is like just confusing to read. I don't know if I'm super excited about that one.
Yeah, I'm like all these words.
Yeah.
What are all these?
I want more numbers.
Just tell me what to do.
I like the words portion of it.
No, I know. I was kind of joking, but it feels like it reminds me a little bit of like, elementary school word problems or whatever, where it's like there's all this prose and then it's like, yeah, compute 12 plus 7 is basically what they're asking.
Yeah. I need to dump this into Chat GBT and tell it to just give me the problem that it's explaining. Okay. The elf did the packing. Okay. 2 compartments. All items of a given type must go into exactly one of those compartments. So we're like sorting stuff. The elf that did the packing screwed it up for exactly 1 item per rucksack. Elves have made a list of all of the items in each rucksack, but they need your help finding the errors. Each item is identified by a single uppercase or lowercase letter. The list of items is given as characters all on a single line. A given rucksack always has the same number of items in each of its 2 compartments. Okay, so the first half of the characters are the first, and the second half are the second. Okay. So we have the following list of contents. Great. So it's first, yeah, okay, I get that. The only item in both compartments is lowercase p. Yeah, okay. Second rucksack's compartments contain that. Okay, yes, I see. To help prioritize item rearrangement, every item type can be converted to a priority. Lowercase item types A through Z have priorities 1 through 26, 27 through 52. Hello. Is that Cody? To help prioritize item rearrangement, every item type can be converted to priority. Yes, we saw that in the above example. The priority of the item type that appears in both 16 and 38. Okay, this seems doable. Let's do this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's.
Wait, sorry. What happened to day 2? It was too annoying, or
It
what?
had too many words.
It had too many words.
Okay, all right.
I'm here to code, not to read.
Fair enough.
So let's edit day 3. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna edit day 1 again, because we. What the? Okay, because we made all of those nice changes, and then I'm just gonna rename some stuff. How do I get you to just refresh and scratch up? There we go. Okay, don't need that. Don't need. Well, we probably no. We won't need this for that. And we will need that. Use my fancy increment binding. Great. And change this to day 3. And this one to day 3. And change the day to 3. Part 1. Thank you, Rebecca. 3. Okay. Great. Put those below the folder for now. Day 3, part 1. Okay, so we don't want to submit the solution to start. Where was the one where I just got the input? Did that disappear? Solve and submit.
I think,
Oh, maybe
yeah,
I
that was an
deleted that.
interim thing.
Dang. Well, I want it back. I want this, and then I want to pass this day 3 and part 1. And then I want to. That's bad formatting. Okay. Nope, don't need lead. Something Haskell. Okay. And what's your problem? Oh, this needs to be in the default handler. We are in the default handler. Do I need to force it as day, and I expect a year. Year 2022. And looks like the function call, but with a text where the function should be. Oh, the input does not change, so we don't need to purge. That's right. Great. Okay. Now, let's just print that output, make sure we're getting what we expect. Cool. Okay, we got some lines. So now let's work on solving it. Let's just do, I don't know, bug solve.
So I'm sorry. What are we supposed to do? I didn't quite follow. What are we supposed to do with all these lines?
So for the first one, we have to first split them each into 2 backpacks, right down the middle. So I guess we'll just figure out how many things are in the line and then take half of that and then drop half of that. And then we need to figure out which symbol is in both groups. Then for each of those symbols, we need to turn it into a number. Basically, the like lowercase are matched up with 1 through 26, and the uppercase are 27 through whatever 52. And then I don't know, we add them or something. We'll figure that out when we get there. I got sick of reading words. But something like that. So first we need to split them into lines that we actually can use text.split for. On the input. Okay, let's do it like this. Input, text.split. Then what do we want after that? Okay, so now for each of these, we need to split them into halves. So let's say split backpack. Technically rucksack, I guess. Which takes some text. And I think we just need to get the length size of that. And then we need to get, I don't know, compartment size, which is just size divided by 2. Is there like a nat dot division?
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
I think divide will just do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is there one of these?
I think so.
Did we
And then-
remove the backtick syntax for?
We did.
Okay.
Because it would never pretty print it, right? So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kind of silly. To have it. Okay. There's no split at. Or anything like that.
There is split. Does split
Break.
take a?
That takes a character. That's what we're using.
Oh,
Just call take and drop separately.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'll add I'll create an issue here.
Okay, so we'll take that from text, and then we'll drop that from text. Great. Okay, that should do that. So now we can split the rucksack. We need to add autocomplete for locals. Then, okay, so now we've got each half of the rucksack. So over both of those, we need to solve our... oh yeah, so we need to find whatever's common between the two. So we could get the characters of each text and put them into a set and do a set intersection. Anyone have other ideas we should try?
I think it's great.
Feel like a 2-car list, great. 2-car list A, and then unless there's like a set list.
We have to say cases in front of that lambda
Do we? Okay.
because you're destructuring the.
And then I can't have that bracket, I would suppose. Okay, good call. So we'll get the car list and then do set from lists. And let's just make a block here. And let's do set A and set B. I mean, I guess I could turn this into a function too, but who's got time for that? Great, and then we can, I assume there's a set intersection. Indeed there is. Set A, set B. Okay, and then this should be a single symbol. So we should be able to do like what? 2 lists. And then do we have like a list safe head or something. I assume that returns an optional.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now we have we can return C, and then what's this complaining about? As type. Oh, yes. So let's map. Couldn't find any definitions. What? Okay. Good. And then this needs to be. Can I just make a list.map? Let's just put this all in brackets. So rucksack. And let's do this. Sure. Great. Okay. Cool. Type checks. Then, okay, so now we have a list of the characters that we care about, but we do need to convert them into priority. So let's just do car priority equals, great. And then, do we have a, like, I assume we have like a numeric range, or like, do we have a car dot range in range from nat pattern? Because I kind of like in Haskell, I would do something like this, and then I would zip that with like 1 through 26 or whatever it is. But we could also just like convert them into their ASCII thing and then subtract as necessary. Okay,
Yeah.
1 through 26, 27 through 52. Or we could just go ham and forget we're programmers and do a big dictionary. But there's probably some sort of range thing.
There's
Is there
not
some
a-
sort of character range? There's no character range.
There's not like a make me a range of characters given just the characters, but you could do character to nat and then nat to range. if you want.
Right. Yeah, that's not so bad. Okay, let's try that. So let's do a nat dot to or nat range. Let's do range
range
closed because
closed.
it's easier to get my head around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have. I like that we have both. Can I just say I like that we have both? I really like that we have both.
I'm glad too.
Yeah. Okay. So we definitely want one from 126, and then we also want one from range closed between. Okay. So now we need nat. This is so stupid. Car dot to nat a and car dot to nat z.
Right.
Are the ASCII ranges for A to Z and capital A to Z contiguous or not?
No, they
I
are
don't think
not.
so. That's great. Love
Yeah.
that. Okay. Good to know. And then we can do nat, or is there like a car dot from nat? Probably. Mm-hmm. Yep. Which we can then map that for this.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it? Okay, let's split some of this stuff up. Okay. So this will be lower case letters. And we have uppercase letters. Okay. And then we want to zip all of the letters lowercase letters and uppercase letters with range closed through, is this contiguous? This should be contiguous. 26, 27 through 52. Great. 52. Okay. How insane does this look?
It's beautiful.
Should work. Okay. And then we can just do this here. This is car priority. Okay, but now we need to look this up in here. Do we have like a list lookup, or do we have like a list find or something? Let's see. List dot find. What's that?
So the structure that you have is a tuple, right? So you could just to map it and then do the map lookup.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. Map from list. Map dots. Look up C, and then we want optional, the getter bug, where, oh, it's probably good enough. Okay, and then we don't need this. That's happy. Let's just try running because we haven't run in a good long while. Okay, implement solution. Yes, great. Did I not save? Okay, we're failing here. Car to nat.
Oh, it's because car is a question mark.
Oh, thank you. It'd be nice if we had a nicer error message for that, probably.
Let me do it. And we got one more little extra guy. Okay, try it now.
Great. Couldn't find this. Is this not just list dot plus plus? Oh, I just need to disambiguate. And then this guy has type car, but I expected optional car. Why did you expect optional car? Is
Oh,
this
does
returning
map.lookup
all the-
take an optional?
That shouldn't take an optional, does it? It should return one. Yeah, takes a key and the map, returns the optional, which we then get our bug, and then this. So why does it think this should return an optional? Is it because input is expected to return an optional? First input has type character, but I expected optional character. Oh, so this, something in here, this has got to be returning optionals, but that's probably because of card from nat. Would be my
that's
guess.
right. Yeah.
Let's be clever and do that. Okay. Is that right? Card up to nat. Okay. Oh, but I expected option. Okay, so that did not work. From nat, range closed from here to there. Yeah, that all looks good. What's the problem? What's the problem? First argument, but I expected maybe a. Why is it expecting a function? Okay, let's see what it thinks this is. Letters should be a list of cars. Does this just need that? What's your problem? Optional A. Oh, getter bug. What's the type of getter bug? Oh, it takes a message. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Bad car. Okay.
There we go.
Great. Type signatures. Who knew?
Oh, okay. It appears we have returned functions.
Yeah. I mean, I will admit, I do love that we can print functions, but not great. Okay. So let's add more type annotations.
Oh, maybe so for bug
Yeah.
here, did we need
Oh,
maybe
here.
an argument here?
Yeah, and this getter bug here on line 16 was definitely missing. And
Yeah.
was this one missing one too?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one just needed a return type, I think.
Okay. Better. Look at that.
Hey, beautiful.
Beautiful thing. Okay, do I just sum these now? What's the deal? I didn't read all the words. We have the priority of the item types. The sum of these is 157.
Yeah. We
Okay.
just need a sum.
Cool. We just need a sum. I know how to do that. Great. And then we need to submit that. So let's do
I'm going to turn this
so.
back into a to text.
Okay, thank you. Great. Wonderful.
Hey.
Yay. Okay.
We did it.
Good stuff. Second half. More words. Elves come to you with another issue. Group of 3 elves. Each have a badge. Only type of item carried by all 3 elves. And at most, 2 of the elves will be carrying any other item type. I'm confused. The problem is that someone forgot to put this year's updated authenticity sticker. Okay.
Okay.
So the new ones can be attached. Additionally, nobody wrote down which item type corresponds to the group's badges. The only way is by finding the one item type that is common between all 3 elves in each group. Each set of 3 lines in your list is a group, but each group can have a different badge item type. Okay. So the first group structures are these 3 lines, and the second groups are these. In the first group, the item type that appears on all 3 is lowercase r. This must be their badges. Okay. The other is Z. Okay, and it's only in half of the backpack, so we don't care about backpack halves anymore.
Okay.
But we still need priorities. Here they are 18R for the first group. Okay, so each group of 3 now gets reduced to a single priority, which is the same across all of them. So I think this is actually just really easy then, right? We just do the set intersection between these 3 sets and then map that to a priority and then sum them up.
Yeah, we don't need the divide the thing in half anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have it like a list.chunks of? I know someone was talking about windowing functions like literally in Slack yesterday or the day before, which I think means that we probably don't have them, but that Cody is adding them soon or something.
Runar added a version to base. It had arguably a bug. I don't know whether he fixed that or not. But it's also in the public Slack. If you search sliding or window, you'll probably find something you can copy paste.
Okay. If we know that it's coming already, then I don't need to actuate it, right? So. We're going to be efficient here. Sliding. Feel free to use this. Which I think works correctly. All right. All right. Oh, this is for streams. Yeah, but we can use that. Here are some tests. Should I use yours, Cody, or should I find some of these other ones?
So the difference is that mine, if the number of elements in the stream is less than your window size, it'll emit the ones that are there. and runars will not emit anything.
Okay.
Or
I don't
wait,
think
vice versa. I don't think we'd probably care for this.
I don't think we care. But yeah, for the one in base, of course, we didn't care. But okay, so let's dump this. I'm going to pull out our character priority jargon here into common thing. And I'm gonna pick these and put them in here. Great. And then this needs to be day 03. Uh-huh. Then we want, I'm gonna make this into a list sliding window. And well, okay, let's keep the sliding stream and then we'll just implement. Okay. Sure. That's just two chunks. Chunks of takes a nat and a list and returns a list of lists.
You could just turn the list into a stream and then call Cody's function and then turn it back into a list if you wanted.
Yeah, that was my. That was my. You give me too much credit. That was my plan all along.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute.
No.
Chunks and sliding are different.
Oh
in my-
yeah. I don't want sliding. I don't want sliding. I want chunks. I definitely want chunks. Which I mean, okay, we can implement chunks extremely
there-
easily.
I think there is a list.chunk actually.
Oh, is there?
Oh.
Oh, well, okay. Great, love it. Wonderful. Okay, does that do what we want? Chunk. Yep, sure does. Okay. Well, that's easy. Okay, so now we don't need to split the rucksack at all. What we do need to do is chunk it beforehand. List.chunk. Is it groups of 3? It's groups of 3, right? That wasn't
Yeah.
just for the example. Every set of 3 lines, great. Sometimes they do simpler ones for the examples. Sure. Okay, so then this is the group. And then for each group, we need to, let's just do a cases of the 3 things. Oh, well, let's convert them into sets first. Map. Text to car list. Do we have, we do have function composition, yeah? Does this work? To car list, and then set.from list, and then
It's just two of those.
okay.
Two double graded and not triple.
And then we have sets, and then now we need to intersect them with a fold, but we can't do a simple fold because set intersection, we would need the list of all elements, which technically we can get, but let's just pattern match on it because that's easier. A, B, C. And then we could just do set.intersect. Ooh, what's this? Does this take a list of things?
I think
that would be perfect.
does.
Wonderful. Okay. What's your problem here? Unexpected. Are you sure? Let's kill this. Am I doing something silly here? Unexpected bracket. I disagree.
Does it, do you have to give that map an argument in order for it to?
Well, this is the argument, and this should return a function. I mean, I can see if it likes this better, but I don't think that I'm wrong. It doesn't like that better. Do I need list.map or something? Oh, okay. Which map are you inferring here? Hello, friend.
There's probably
Your current line is not quite right. I think
Yeah.
you want. Uh, it doesn't make sense to
That
byte.
is.
Yeah.
That's what I had. And it's happy-ish with that, right? And then, okay. So then we get the intersection, and then we need to do that same set to list, list.head, get or bug, no intersection. And then
We need to
now
call
we
your
have the list
char
of
priority.
characters. We do indeed. Priority. Then do we sum them again? Is that all? We're done? What is the
Yeah.
sum of the priorities? Great, that was fast. Okay, and then we need to submit that for part 2. See, I'm learning. I'm learning from my mistake. Oh, kind of, except I need to make sure this is correct. Did I delete part 1? Am I an idiot?
I think you may have transformed part 1 into part 2.
Is this part 1 down here? Day 3 part. I think it. Oh no! Wait. Why are we sorting? Yeah, that's from the previous. Oops. Okay. Well, what we can do is we can save this. We can add it. Or update it. And then we can spam undo and cross our fingers. There we go. And we can copy that. And then let's revive. I do this like way more often as a programmer than I should. There we go. And then look at that. It's back.
Okay.
Ta-da! Update. Problem solved. Okay, now let's delete it before we make another fool of ourselves. I'm generously using the collective us so that it's not just me. Okay, great. Let's solve it. Run day 3, part 2. See how nice it was that we didn't have to deal with too many words on this one?
Yeah, so the goal of solving the advent of code puzzles is no words, just coding. Excellent.
I am. Well, should we call it third? Do we want to look at another one?
We could also take a peek at what other people did for the solution for day 2,
Yes. Great. Let's do that.
because I know quite a few people posted it. Let's see. We did day 3, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, we did day 1 and day 3. My day 3 solution. Parse input, solve. Great. Let's see.
Runar
Parse.
posted one.
Awesome. Yeah, we can go with that. Okay, yeah, so they just split on new lines. They dumped it to a character list. They chopped it in half. Oh, we have BiMap.
Ooh,
Great.
BiMap.
I was gonna try and use it, but I assumed that we did not have it, but we do. Which library is this in? Is this in base? Yeah, it is. Great. Flat map. So yeah, they did the join right in here. They just dumped it to a list and then flat mapped. So this is how they avoided the getter bug on optional.
Nice.
Yeah, and then they did this car range stuff.
Oh, hello. Are you the author in the stream? Wonderful. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah, this looks great. Well, let's take a look at part 2. Should be pretty similar, I would imagine. Yeah, they also found intersects. and then fold left. Right, and we found nat.sum for this, which is nice. Very cool.
Oh, is this was the 9626 thing to translate between the char
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah. That's smart.
Yeah, and here's where Runar is doing his. Like, yeah, there's no clean way to do that, I don't think.
Yeah. I never thought
Although
I'd have to pay too much attention to like the ASCII table. But it seems to come up, so good to know.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should contribute our range.
Ooh.
Right?
Yes. I think that's a good thing.
Do we want text or list of? We probably want list of cards, I imagine. Because I think we can just do like nat dot from. Oh no, but this is going to. Well, let's see. To nat from. And then we can lean on nat range if we want.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then var dot to nat 2.
For completeness, should we have char range closed too?
Yeah. I don't know if it's reasonable to just erase any characters that aren't valid, but this shouldn't be a problem because you're giving 2 characters already, so it should be impossible to end up with a nat that's out of range, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
Right? I'm pretty sure. Unless there's like invalid characters in the middle of 2 valid characters, but I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Well, your character can be like, is character to not even valid for all characters? It's not, is it?
Like,
What
for
about the
Unicode
smiley
and stuff?
face? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's call it ASCII.chart range, and then there's no way you can get it wrong.
There we go. I like the. Let's just change the name. Okay, what happened? Okay, so let's just see if this works first. So let's do that. Really?
Those aren't characters. Those are texts.
Oh, dang it. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Okay. Yes. Good. And then
It's
well,
not-
that's closed here.
It's not closed yet.
Yeah. And then I don't know. Okay. Cool.
Oh.
That's something.
I mean it's output, so probably good.
Just out of curiosity, what
That should
happens?
just be empty list, right? I guess the question is, do we want to support that?
I think it just hangs.
Because we
Wait.
could. Wait, is nat.range broken on negative? Here, let's kill that before it
Yeah.
crashes
Oh,
my
sorry.
computer.
I did it. I ruined it.
No.
I
Okay,
crashed the
there we go.
museum. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it finally allocated memory and listened to. Okay, so let's try. Okay, what is nat dot to range closed of 3 to 1? What's that do? It just freak out? Ooh, that's not great. We should fix that.
Oops.
Do we already have an issue for that one? Let's see. Unison issues.
Ooh, let's initialize. What is this? This is more complex than I expected. Oh, it's just it's an unfold. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we should make an issue for that.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you. Okay. But yeah, I can try to contribute. Let's kill the thing that will crash my computer. Because this does seem reasonable. Okay. And then what were we doing before that tangent? Oh yeah, we were looking at Renar's solution. But looks nice and straightforward. Use net set intersect. Find common. Nice. Looks good. Cool. Well, I'll leave it there. But this was fun. I like doing this, and we are filling out a bunch of things that seem to be missing. I would like to add a text dot like split on text or something, but I'm not sure whether it makes sense for that to be a built-in or try and do it in unison land using like I don't know. Like it would. I would think it would just be. I don't know what the most efficient implementation for that is.
Could you do it with the I don't know if you could do it with the pattern API.
Yeah, we just talked about adding. Actually, Paul, did you submit a pull request? The version of pattern.run where it gives you indexes of the captures, and you could potentially do that to implement this.
Gotcha.
No, I just created an issue.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's this
Yeah.
O of M plus N.
I
Yeah,
would
that's
I would
better.
imagine this would be a good built-in because you
Yeah.
kind of there's like specialized kind of algorithms for just this. Although
Yeah, 'cause
I also
they get-
think
and-
yeah.
There's specialized algorithms just for splitting on a text substring.
Wait.
Yeah, well, you want to do like if you want sort of like the guaranteed linear behavior. Like if you search for I don't know, like let's say you want to split on say 3 A's in a row.
Yeah, like this.
It's like ideally you don't want to like look at the first character and be like, does that start with 3 A's? No. And then you look at the second character and say, does that start with 3 A's? You want to just like, because like the first two, yeah, basically it's like dealing with like potentially overlapping matches and like making sure you don't do any extra work. There's algorithms for that. So
Okay.
I did a terrible job of explaining it, but
It took down that same problem took down Stack Overflow one time. So they had like an overlapping regex denial of service.
oh wow,
Whoa.
interesting.
Well, people are
I don't
very
think-
creative with their.
Yeah. No, it's just like
Attacks.
if you searched for a specific, they had a way that you could search using regex, and if you put in just the exact right thing, it would take down Stack Overflow. I don't think they know what big O notation is because they're like, this is the big O notation, and then they're like, yeah, but in the worst case, it's worse. But power to you, I guess.
Interesting.
Let's see if I can find that Stack Overflow.
big notation. It's like, it's probably kind of like n plus n.
Oh, I can't find anything about this because when I search for like denial of service by regex Stack Overflow, it just brings up Stack Overflow answers for that. That's funny. Okay. Anyway, anybody have anything else? Let's do call up there.
No, awesome. Thank you so much for driving, Chris. This was really fun.
Yeah, likewise.
I feel like a lot
As
of people
always,
have been doing Advent of Code, so it's good to see. all
Yeah,
the
we've
answers.
the channel's been popping off. Good stuff.
Yeah, very cool.